Greetings and salutations to you all. I was informed on Tuesday night, probably due to higher level management being in the facility, that the clerks that were on standby were finally allowed to come on the workroom floor to work. Did local management do it because upper management made an appearance? I asked that because the RPDC lately has been inundated with incoming mail that needs to be worked. And that mail has been sitting on the workroom floor while the clerks are in the break rooms on standby. Some of the clerks. Does upper management know that we have clerks on standby every day on every tour while there's work available? Maybe and maybe not. Management is sold on the Delivering for America plan, and all they care about is their own job security, not ours. That said, the work that needs to be done to save our jobs must be done by us. It's important that the public is made aware of this problem because we need their support to save our jobs. The fight to save our jobs is the same fight against privatizing the post office. We are seeing the evidence of this at the RPDC. The performance of the Delivering for America plan is not as stellar as they want you, the public, to think it is. Numbers don't lie, but they can be manipulated, and they don't tell the whole story. Fortunately, we can tell it, and we must tell it as a first-person narrative. The public that has supported the Postal Service since the days of the Pony Express has an absolute right to the whole story, not just what the numbers say. As an example, the numbers show that this machine the RPDC is structured around can process so many packages in a short amount of time. And the number of packages that it processes is impressive. The whole story in this instance is that an impressive number of packages can be processed quickly, but it also damages a lot of them too. In my own opinion, I believe this is the cost of relying too heavily on technology without the right amount of people in place to monitor and assist in the processing. Again, we need public support to fight for and keep our jobs. But I'm sure you all know this, but remember to make a move on the clock when they give you an assignment. Keep your eyes open and make notes when you recognize that someone other than a clerk is performing clerk work. Grievances need to be filed on this to help save your jobs. By right, there should be a union official on the floor on all tours and on every break to document when someone other than a clerk is performing clerk work. I know the work is overwhelming for the clerk craft president. He can't be everywhere at all times doing everything. That's why the Constitution needs to be changed to allow the craft presidents to choose their own stewards, or for members to elect the stewards, not the general president. And Annetta Davison has shown us how bad of an idea that is. There should also be a probationary period for new stewards, especially following an election, where they can be removed for failing in their duties without bringing them up on charges. In the coming weeks, some concerned members and myself will be recommending changes to our local constitution to prevent the kind of mess we're seeing under the current administration. Lastly, for this week, I have a few questions for you. Number one, did you know the general president of Local 7033, Annetta Davison, was charged with embezzlement / misappropriation of local funds in the amount of $3,080 for the purchase of Bulls tickets? Two, did you know there was a hearing on this and other serious charges December 3rd, 2024 at the Mays Branch Library in Oak Park? Three, did you know that she was found guilty by the trial board that heard the case and that they recommended removal for this serious breach of trust? Four, did you know that on January 26, 2025 at the Best Western Inn in Hillside, Illinois, at the last general membership meeting, that a vote was taken to accept the recommendation of the trial board by an overwhelming majority of members in attendance at the time of the vote? Number five, did you know that the next step is for a referendum committee to be formed and secret ballots to be mailed to all members for a final vote to remove her? Number six, did you know that tickets were sold and cash collected for the Bulls tickets, but not a penny of it was reported to the treasurer nor returned to the local? Seven, did you know that three other people, including the vice president, clerk craft trustee, and the sergeant at arms, were also charged for their role in this fiasco and other serious infractions and found guilty with a recommendation of removal, to which the overwhelming majority of members in attendance at the meeting at the time of the vote agreed. If you didn't know before this episode, you do now. Peace and solidarity to you all. See you next week.